Mambo Mike Wellness Coach here, talking about contrast. So in spirituality, a lot of people have the mistaken idea that contrast is associated with negative experiences, suffering, pain, bad things that shouldn't exist. And I think that's a mistaken idea. You know, if you think about contrast on a computer screen, for example, there's black and white, right? Black and white are contrasting colors, which allows you to see the text. If it was all white and all black, there's no contrast, right? It's just one color. So if you think about source or God or oneness or the universe or all that is, yes, we are all one, but we're also separate, right? So we're separate expressions of the one. So in order to be able to see itself, source needs to divide into separate contrasting things, right? So it's not that contrast is good or bad. It is what it is. So if you look at the definition of contrast, for example, it says to compare in order to show unlikeness or differences. So that's simply something that's different. So if you experience, for example, hunger, you can appreciate having food, right? But if you're always eating or you're never hungry, then there's no contrast between wanting food and receiving food, right? If you're all about one and you're always together, there's no sense of what it means to be together. But if you're alone or if you're separate, and then now you come together, that is a contrasting experience that teaches you about what you want and what you don't want. I mean, I know a lot of people understand that knowing what you don't want helps you know what you want, but contrast itself is not bad. It is our resistance to the unwanted that creates this pain or difficulty or struggle with contrast. But really, contrast is, in my view, is just simply variety. So you're in this universe and you get to try out whatever experience you want to try out. You have free will to do anything, make mistakes, try different foods, do different things with people, screw up, have happy thoughts, sad thoughts, anything that you could possibly experience. So contrast is what allows that variety to happen. If everything was just one and everything was all the same, then it would be pretty boring, right? It would be like sleeping all day. You know, I always say it's pretty boring being up in source or heaven or oneness or whatever term you want to use, because there's nothing going on. I mean, it's like resting all day, right? If you're working really hard or you're playing really hard, then it feels good to rest, right? But if you're not doing anything and you're resting all day, it's not exciting. So this is where you gotta find some balance between oneness and separation, right? Oneness is about, everything's all from the same source, and there's not a whole lot of action. And then in separation, there's a lot of action, but it also means that all things can happen: good things, bad things, mediocre things, strange things, whatever it is that you want to experience is part of that whole reality or experience of separation. So it's just understanding that it's not all one and it's not all separate, right? There's separateness in the oneness, and there's oneness in that which is separate. So hopefully that'll help stimulate some ideas. If you want to leave some comments below, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching.